The type of testing we did was saliva testing. So someone would give a sample in a tube, and then that's all we get.
This test, Saliva Direct, was considered a non-diagnostic test. It identifies a level of COVID-19 that is in the system, but it isn't able to tell if the student is actively positive. And so what we do is we collect a small saliva sample from each student who is unvaccinated. We then take that sample over to the testing lab where they then run a series of tests.
So what we did was we take a little bit of the saliva sample, and then we go through a process of heating it up and then adding it to a master mix, which has a primer in it. And the primer will prime to the COVID sample in the saliva if it's present. Then the primer will cause the COVID sample to be fluorescent or not to an extent. So if there's a high volume of COVID sample in a saliva sample, then there will be high fluorescence.
From our perspective in housing residence life, we do the process for our on-campus residents. Public safety does our commuter students, and athletics does all student athletes regardless of where they live.
Athletes do it Wednesday so that they can play a game over the weekend. And then housing does it Thursday just because that's better, and then commuters for both days. It allows St. Martin's to be open, and that's invaluable to everyone.
I would say our students who are working in this testing lab are essential to the safety of the campus community. The work they provide allows us to continue to function in an essential way. We're able to have students on campus at full occupancy, which is amazing. We're able to have those programs in person. And so if we didn't have Saliva Direct testing, it would definitely be a difficult thing for us to move forward and continue on as an institution. Largely, it would be a huge impact to our health center and probably limit the services we can provide health-wise. So the fact that we're able to pull out and do this separate testing and due to student involvement is really essential to us being able to flow well and to share the responsibility. So it really does help, I think, not only spread out the work, but it allows us to function as a community and really practice our values of really caring for others.